Hey class, we're going to go ahead and continue talking about opposites and what those are. So one thing I do want to mention about opposite numbers are numbers that are on the opposite, or you can even say, I'm going to write this in parentheses, other side. And actually, let's move this right here. Other side of the number line. Okay? So again, opposite numbers are numbers that are on the opposite or other side of the number line. And one word sometimes you hear instead of opposite is the word inverse. Okay? Sometimes you hear the word inverse. Okay? So opposite, inverse. Okay? Sometimes you hear that in place of it. And we'll get more into detail about what inverse means when we get into the properties, into the math properties. Okay? We're going to go ahead and start on examples. All right, so make sure you have this written down, please. Opposite numbers are numbers that are on the opposite or other side of the number line. And again, when we talk about the other side, we're talking about that number 0. And we're going to get more detail when we actually write number lines. Okay, here we go. Okay, first example. What is the opposite of 5? Okay, what is the opposite of the number 5? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a number line. And we're going to put 0 here in the middle, right? Because when I say the other side, I'm talking about the other side of 0. Okay, the other side of the number line, the other side of 0. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. And I'll do the same on each side, it's fine. As long as we know we got the opposite and the number itself on the whole entire number line. So first we're going to plot on, actually I did miss one thing. One direction we want to have on here is plot both. Okay, plot both numbers. Okay, so we're going to start off plotting the number 5. And we're going to count from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where the number 5 is on the number line. Okay, that's where the number 5 is on the number line. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and see, okay, well, it has to be on the other side of the number line. Not only that, it has to be the same distance from 0, okay? Same distance from 0. So 0 to 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To get to the other side, the opposite, we got to count 5 to the other way, the other direction, right? This is the negative. We counted 5 to the positive. We got to count 5 to the negative direction now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or we're going to get more technical, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. And here's where we're going to plot the other one. And we know that this is the answer now. Okay, so again, the question was, what is the opposite of 5? The answer is -5. Okay? All right, so again, that's not too difficult, right? We go from the easier ones to the more difficult ones. We're going to go ahead and start on example number 2. Okay. All right, so make sure you have that written down. Okay. Okay. Got it a little bit. All right. All right, next example is what is the opposite of negative 9? Question mark. Okay? So our question is, what is the opposite of negative 9? All right, so let's go ahead and draw a number line. And of course, we could say this right away if we wanted to, but again, we also want to think about this. Okay, we want to think about this because we're going to use number lines a lot when we're talking about adding and subtracting integers, so we want to make sure we got this down. Okay, here we go. So we're going to count to negative 9 from 0, right? We may have to extend this, we'll see. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9. Okay? Okay, so we got negative 9, and here we are. And we know we're 9 units away from 0. So that means we got to count 9 in the other direction. So we're counting 9 in the negative direction first. Now we're going to count 9 from 0 in the positive direction. That's this way, right? The positive direction. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so we counted 9, and we know that this is our answer. So what is the opposite of negative 9? The number 9. Okay? All right, so again, this is one of the ways we're talking about the opposites. We got one more example, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this. Okay. All right. What is the opposite of negative 2.3? So, what is the opposite of negative 2.3? Okay, we'll go ahead and draw our number line. And this is what we first kind of started talking about, where is negative 2.3, okay? And so we're going to remember start with 0 in the middle. Remember, we talked about the rational numbers, right? It's hard to draw the rational numbers, but we're going to go ahead and attempt this. So we got 1, 2, 3, and this is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Okay, and so we want to plot negative 2.3, so we're going to go 0. We're going to count to negative 2 first. 0, negative 1, negative 2, and so negative 2.3 will be a little bit more to the left of negative 2, so about right here. This point right here will be negative 2.3. Okay, and so the amount that we counted to the left, we also have to start at 0 and count that to the right. So 1, 2, and a little bit more. Not halfway, not quite halfway, right? Not quite halfway. But about right here to a little bit to the right of 2. This is going to be positive 2.3. And that will be our answer this question, what is the opposite of negative 2.3? Well, that's positive 2.3. Okay, the rest of part 2 of our opposites. Thanks for watching, guys.